Hello, I'm Richard Hooper and this is SatTV Week. Now I'm pleased to be joined by Markus Fritz of Eutelsat. Markus, thanks for joining us. Everybody's talking about 4K, but is it the game changer that the satellite industry is hoping for?
Well, it appears to become the game changer that we were hoping for. If you look at the developments currently, we see that there is more Ultra HD content available than at the good old HD times. It seems like both the free-to-air as well as the pay-TV operators are embracing the new technology, and the screen uptakes are actually faster than in HD times as well.
We heard the similar story about 3D. 2 or 3 years back, 3D, all the operators were talking about it. Are we going to see the pickup of 4K?
Well, I think what is different compared to 3D, I mean, the value proposition is easier for the consumer. You don't need to have classes. It's a broadcasting mode, because in 3D you had potentially problems to watch more than 1 or 1.5 or 2 hours with classes on, and sometimes your eyes were tiring. So we feel that Ultra HD is an easy, understandable new technology. The picture quality is recognizably different. We also have research about that. And as such, we also see that the industry is shaping stronger and pushing stronger together. We have Ultra HD alliances globally. We have standardizations going on. We have at least agreed on a minimum of Ultra HD Phase 1. And we have, for example, an industry-wide label with Digital Europe, which we didn't have with 3D. So as such, we have brought more players together in order to unite that. And as such, we also create more confidence on the content as well as on the consumer side.
I know you've done some consumer research and focus groups.
Yes.
When you're confronting people, they say one thing, but then their buying habits are completely different. Are you still convinced that moving forward the next 24 months we'll see this pickup of?
Yeah, of course, let's say looking at the consumer group, the focus groups which we did in 7 different regions, the feedback was consistent, and that was surprising, because in some of the other researches we did early on other technology, you usually get a kind of different valuation of new technology. So consistently, even for the HD subscribers, it was a, let's say, much better TV experience, and usually what you don't get, which we got in the research, even a commitment that people would be ready to pay more. We have average price points of €10 per Ultra HD bouquet across the 7 markets which we researched. You're right, sometimes they say they do something and they may not do it immediately. I think what we also got back from the research is we need to create confidence on the content will come, and it's not just an Ultra HD ready play, but it becomes an Ultra HD full content play. And as such, we are working with all our pay TV operators and with all our private and public broadcasters to bring more and more content on air. And you see that also on our demo channel, also to create not only confidence on the broadcaster side, but also to show the audience that there is more content coming. And if you look on the TV screen sales, it's currently ramping up. We will have, especially in Western Europe, the latest GfK figures, we will have more than 6.2 million Ultra HD homes, or let's say TV screens sold to homes already by end of 2015. That's a 200% increase. As such, also, let's say, you create kind of tracks into the homes for the content to be delivered, and that is something that gives also extra confidence. So consumers already buy Ultra HD screens, and as such, let's say, we just need to bring more content on it in order to increase the usage.
Now, looking at the research and where you did the focus groups, it was predominantly dominated by European countries.
Yes.
What about Asia, which has normally been a very quick pickup on new technologies? What do you see happening in Asia?
Yeah, in Asia you also see, let's say, positive feedback on Ultra HD. Maybe if you've been at the last, let's say, Communicasia show or Broadcast Asia, you see everybody running Ultra HD demo channels. We had one as well at Communicasia. So there's a high appetite for 4K, especially if you look at the current broadcasting quality of some of the channels. The question is, where is is a business model, so meaning how much bandwidth you consume in order to get the right subscription prices. And so there, I think it's a question of price points and to balance out what is Ultra HD quality compared to, let's say, the buying powers, and how do we make the business model happen end to end between the satellite operators, the network operators, the pay TV operators, and the consumer. I think it's more or less finding the right price points to make it happen. You see also that other content players are rolling out globally Ultra HD, and movies such we have, for example, a trailer here with Mission Impossible and so on, they're also rolling out in 4K globally, meaning the Ultra HD awareness is going to grow. Mission Impossible, Avengers, all this content is going to become available globally in Ultra HD, and as such the appetite and the marketing for Ultra HD is going to grow as well globally.
So how do you stay ahead of your competitors? Your competitors are rolling out 4K?
Yes, look, I think staying ahead is, for the time being, I think maybe we're not up for a marketing run. So yeah, who has the most demo channels and so on. I think what we all have to do is creating sustainable business models, and I think we need to do that better than maybe with 3D or whatever, because now we're actually uniting industries together, and every new content that comes up, be it on our satellite or on the competitor satellite, gives more confidence also to the consumers that this is a new technology. And finally, let's say, how do you win then over competitors is creating a better product and delivering more eyeballs and more homes faster to your customers, meaning to the broadcasters. And that's what we do with corporations such as Samsung and other TV manufacturers, Panasonic, Sony and so on, in order to also make sure that end-to-end the delivery of Ultra HD is, let's say, more superior and reaches more homes. And also what we, let's say, potentially do a little bit different than some of our competitors, we only focus on direct-to-home. We also focus on complementary infrastructure. And you saw earlier press release from us that we work with Vodafone in Germany, or with ANGA, the Cable Association, or with DNA in Finland, or with PK in Poland, making sure that the content that is on our satellites and where the broadcasters pay capacity, that we deliver as many as possible eyeballs and bring the content to as many as possible homes, be it direct to home or through cable or IP.
Markus, thank you very much.
Thank you very much.